Okay, hi, this is Mr. Rush again. We are working with Pente, the game, and we have our board, and we want to be able to put stones on the board. That's kind of the concept, right? And basically, the concept is when you click on one of these places, it's going to put a stone in this like little square. Okay, and the way we thought about this was that we had different states that the board square could have. If it's empty, it's going to look like what's going on right now. But if we put a black stone on, it's going to be one, and if we put a white stone on, it's going to be another. Okay, or like a dark stone and a light stone, something like that. Okay, so what we got to do is we want to make the board be able to have this capability. Okay, so one of the things you have to have in here is some method that's going to allow you to set the state of the board. Okay. Like right now we have it set as empty, right? But if somebody sent us a new state, okay, we would do this. Okay, so we're going to say public and we're going to have a void set state, okay, for each of the Pente board squares, okay? And it's going to go like this and it's going to say int new state. Okay, so somebody's going to send us a state, okay? And the basically, the states can be, there can only be 3 states, okay? So either you have you have either empty black stone or white stone. Basically, that's what we're allowing, right? Okay. So if we go over here, we're working on this. We can describe them, okay, and that's good. And this is how you make a block comment. So I kind of want to have this information around handy, right? So I don't need this stuff, but I need to know this, or and people need to know that this is like the possibilities here, right? So and that's it. And I put my thing in my comment. Sorry about that. Okay, and then what we want to do is we want to implement this and just have this be the way this is going to be. Okay, and so that's what's going to go happen. Okay, so we're going to go like this, and we're going to say this is like ultra protective. I mean, there's no way that you would say if new state, right? If new state is basically less than -1, right? Or it's okay, or new state is bigger than, it's greater than 1, then there's no way that they can be this, right? Right? There's no way that the state can be like we can't have a state called 2, things like that, right? So if that's true, then we could say we'll get outline. Yeah, I'll just print out something like you'd say new state is something like this. -1 and 1, something like that. Okay, and if it's wrong, it's wrong. Okay, otherwise we'll allow the state to come in. Right, so we'll just go like this. Else, we'll say so. Otherwise, we'll keep the state. Okay, unless we send it like something good, right? Okay, so what's going to happen is else. I think the variable is called square state. Yeah, see like S state right there. So I don't know what to say this. I'm going to say square state equals the new state. Okay, and that's what we need to do. Okay, now what we want to do with this is that we want to do some cooler drawing here. Okay, and in the draw me part, after this, you can add more like drawing to be able to draw draw the board. Okay, so and then you're going to say if S state equals we called it board, pente game board is what we call it. Blackstone, we'd want to draw a blackstone. Okay. Okay. So we could have a thing for this. Could do it like a bunch of different ways. Okay. This is S state. So if that's true, and it's that, right? Okay. We would draw like a blackstone, and we just have another if statement for if it's a white stone. Now, I want to see sort of better stones here. But to start this off, you could easily just go like this. We just want to draw like a circle. Okay. So you could go like this. We could say G dot set color to we should probably have a blackstone color, right? Which could be anything, like dark stone color or something like that. Let me go like this. Color, dark stone color. Okay. Which is going to equal new color. And then you want to pick a cool color. I mean, like let's try something cooler than just black. Impressionist paintings never use black. Actually, they always use like things like dark purple and things like that. So let's look at the color picker. I'm trying to make these look good, I guess. I'm going to kind of pick something in the bluish purple range, something like that. So I want my stones to maybe look like that. Okay. So that's the dark side of the dark thing. Okay. So I'm going to copy that. And I'll go like this. Okay. And so then what you can do then is if you just set this variable to be dark stone, it's gonna draw this, right? So we have dark stone color. Okay. And I'm gonna go like this. If it's a dark stone color, then I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna go G dot set color to the dark stone color. Okay. And then I'm gonna draw a circle. And the way to do this is I go G dot fill oval. Okay. And then I don't want to draw it, like I want to use this, but these coordinates, the x coordinate's going to be like somewhat inside the place where the x loc is. So I'm going to add some here to this. So I'm going to say x loc, maybe plus, I don't know, let's say plus 3. Okay. And then to keep it symmetrical, I'm going to say y loc plus 3. Okay. And now what I've done is I've shrunken the one side by 3. So I have to kind of proportionally do this to keep it equal. I'm going to say this and this. Okay. And I think that's it. Oh, I have to say S width, right? And I have to say S height. Those are our variables. Okay. So what this will do for me is it'll proportionally kind of make a circle. Okay. That's what I'm hoping. Okay. And I'll leave you guys to make the white stone and stuff like that, and we can pick that up in class. But try this, okay? So what's going to happen is if you do this, this is set up now to handle like dark squares, okay? So if I go to the game board, right, and see what we're doing here, we're making board squares, right? Okay. And then what I could do here is, while it's making board squares, right, just to play around with this, right? This is my new square. It originally gets set to empty. Okay, so to test, I'm going to make them all dark stones. Okay, so we'll go like this, and we'll say game board. And this is just a test, so remember we're going to take this out. Row column dot set state. See this? Okay. And then I'll send it the empty state, or the blackstone state. Okay. So I'll send it blackstone, and you can write it like you don't have to write the pente board because we're in pente board, right? So here, let's see what happens. Okay, and so then if I do this, I can see what happens. See, then they all turn black, right? And if I just comment this out, it'll all be normal again. Right? Okay, so that's the idea. And so like we got to make these sort of look nicer, okay? Like these black stones here, but that's sort of the concept, okay? And we'll work on making them cooler looking. It's actually possible to even use like a photo image and stuff like that too, which we might be able to get into. But that's sort of the situation, okay? So then what I would like you to do is you can use your imagination here. And what I want to do is I want to get black and white stones working. So the thought is that you go to the board square. You have to do something here to get white stones working, right? Okay, and you probably need like a white stone color. Okay. And just remember, Impressionist paintings never use black, and they never really use totally white too, very rarely. So anyway, put your art hat on and try to make a cool looking stone. Okay. If you want to make them smaller, you just add more space away from the edge of the square. Okay. Whoopee. I think I have them all turned up. But yeah. So that's what we're looking for. Right, I'm doing this here. So if I do this, I'm making smaller squares now. See if they're better. Okay, and in class what we want to do is kind of make them cooler looking. We want to make it have like shadows, and we want to make them look like more 3D if possible, and we can think about that, okay? But that's the sort of the concept, okay? So see if you can do that, and talk to you tomorrow.